I absolutely love this class. My expectations were definitely met. I learned about developmentally appropriate practices, such as how to be a part of a caring community of learners that is steeped in equality, how to engage in family partnerships, and nurture community relationships. I feel that it is important to involve community in the learning process because the children are the future of the community. I learned how to observe, document, and assess child development and learning. I really enjoyed the child case study. I learned about the history of early childhood education, and different types of programs for families. I learned developmental and learning theories. A few notables are Erik Erikson and his crisis stages of development, which is a twist on Freud's stages because he was a student of Freud's daughter or daughter-in-law. Stage 1 was trust versus mistrust. Stage 2, autonomy versus shame and doubt. Stage 3, initiative versus guilt. Stage 4, industry versus inferiority. Stage 5, identity versus confusion. Stage 6, intimacy versus isolation. Stage 7, generativity versus stagnation. And Stage 8, integrity versus despair. I learned about B.F. Skinner, an American psychologist, and his behavior modifications. Interestingly, he suggested that the concept of free will was an illusion and that all human action was the direct result of conditioning. I learned about Piaget's 4 stages of development: the sensory motor stage, which is birth to 2 years old, pre-operational stage, which is 2 to 7, concrete operational stage, which is 7 to 11, and a formal operational stage, which was 12 and up. Liv Vygotsky, about scaffolding and the importance of social interaction in children's learning and supporting the child at the right time during that learning process. My aha moment was my favorite thing to learn about, and that was Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. So in a different class, we were asked to come up with our theory of education, and we were given a test, and we were kind of told what our theory was as a basis off of this test. And it didn't really settle with me because I agreed with so many aspects of so many of the different theories, but I wasn't wholeheartedly settled on one particular theory, and we had to choose the one that we got the most points in. I wish this had been an option because I love this theory. I feel wholeheartedly that you have to adapt the learning environment to the whole child, and every child has different needs. Therefore, you have to have multiple ways to learn. I've seen a lot of children from every one of these types of multiple intelligences: linguistic intelligence, mastery of language; musical intelligence, which is musical talent; logical mathematical intelligence, which is the mastery of problem solving; spatial intelligence, using visuals to process information and adapt it to absorb the knowledge; bodily kinesthetic intelligence, being able to use your body to manipulate objects with skill; and intrapersonal intelligence, being emotionally in tune with yourself, being able to acknowledge the emotions of others; natural intelligence, which is recognizing distinctions in nature as well as the manufactured world; spiritual and existential intelligence, which is questioning life's deepest aspects of life, including death and life and the ultimate realities. I love this theory so much because it levels everyone out. You got the bookworm, you got the musician, the philosopher, the athlete, the scientist, or whatever it is that is your thing. You're all equal, and you're important, and you deserve to absorb knowledge and grow. And I think, that takes me back to the whole child. And I know it's difficult to try to say every single lesson needs to have multiple facets, but is it fair to let a child slip behind because they learn visually and you're having everybody do something that has no visuals in it at all? So I think you just have to have multiple aspects for every lesson you possibly can. I really, really appreciate this learning experience. It was great. I enjoyed the class, and I can't wait till our next class. Thank you so much.